Hello everyone. Today, we are going to explore a fascinating topic in the field of aviation: the top 20 most expensive helicopters on the planet. Helicopters, with their ability to take off and land vertically, have become indispensable in many fields, from military and rescue operations to VIP transportation. But did you know that some helicopter models are valued at hundreds of millions of dollars? In this video, we will go through the 20 most expensive helicopters in the world. We will explore the unique technical features of each model, their uses, and specialized missions. Finally, we will uncover the reasons behind their sky-high prices. Let's begin our journey to discover these impressive flying machines. 20. Airbus Helicopters H175. Airbus Helicopters H175 is a super-medium utility helicopter with a 7-ton capacity, produced by Airbus Helicopters. In China, the H175 is produced by the Aviation Industry Corporation of China and is named the Avicopter AC-352. Initially launched under the names Eurocopter EC-175 and Harbin Z-15, it is considered a super-medium helicopter. It was officially unveiled at Heli Expo in Houston on February 24, 2008. Airbus Helicopters predicted that approximately 800 to 1,000 EC-175s would be sold within the first 20 years. The helicopter entered service in December 2014, and in 2015, the EC-175 was officially renamed the H175, aligning with the rebranding of Eurocopter to Airbus Helicopters. The empty weight of the H175 is 4,603 kilograms, with a maximum takeoff weight of 7,500 kilograms and an extended maximum takeoff weight of 7,800 kilograms. The fuel capacity is 2,710 liters or 720 US gallons, equivalent to 600 imperial gallons, with a weight of 2,136 kilograms. The H175 is equipped with two Pratt & Whitney Canada PT6C67E turboshaft engines with a dual-channel full-authority digital engine control system, each engine producing 1,776 horsepower for takeoff and a maximum continuous power of 1,645 horsepower. The main rotor has a diameter of 14.8 meters and a total area of 172 square meters. In terms of performance, the H175 has a maximum speed of 315 km per hour, a cruise speed of 300 km per hour, and a range of 1,259 km. It has a service ceiling of 6,000 meters and a rate of climb of 18.288 meters per second. The H175 is a versatile and capable helicopter suitable for various missions. The Helionics avionics system, similar to the one used in the H225, includes a flight control system and a dual 4-axis autopilot system. There are 4 multifunctional 6 by 8-inch LCD screens, along with an optional central mission display screen. All cockpits of the H175 are NVIS compatible without the need for modifications. A sensor operator's console can be installed in the main cabin area. However, only the H175s configured for SAR, search and rescue, and those operated by the Hong Kong government have this feature. These helicopters operate in a mixed role, including police patrol and maritime operations.
Nintin, Airbus H175.
The Eurocopter EC-155 is a long-range medium passenger transport helicopter developed by Eurocopter from its Dauphin line for use in civil aviation. It is a twin-engine aircraft and can carry up to 13 passengers along with 1 or 2 crew members, depending on the customer configuration. This helicopter is marketed for passenger transport, offshore support, corporate VIP transport, and casualty evacuation missions. In 2015, the EC-155 was officially renamed the H155, in line with the rebranding of Eurocopter to Airbus Helicopters. It has been succeeded in Airbus Helicopters lineup by the H160. The first EC-155 helicopter, a modified Dauphin airframe, performed its maiden flight in Marignane on June 17, 1997, and the first pre-production EC-155B flew on March 11, 1998. The EC-155B1 was developed with upgraded engines, improving performance at high altitudes and in hot conditions. This derivative version also has a higher maximum takeoff weight of 10,846 pounds compared to 10,580 pounds. Deliveries of this model began in November 2002, with the Hong Kong Government Flying Service becoming the first operator. In early 2003, Eurocopter completed studies for an even more powerful EC-155B1 version, designed to better compete with new rotorcraft like the Augusta Westland AW139 and more effectively meet military customer requirements. The EC-155B features a completely redesigned cabin, providing 30% more space for passengers compared to previous Dolphin models, plus a 130% increase in baggage compartment volume. Other major improvements include a 5-blade Spheriflex composite main rotor, combined with a familiar shrouded Fenestron tail rotor to significantly reduce vibration levels. The EC-155B is powered by two Turbo-Mika Ariel 2C1 turboshaft engines, each producing 635 kilowatts, with a dual-channel full-authority digital engine control system. The EC-155B1 features upgraded Ariel 2C2 engines producing 697 kilowatts. The helicopter can be equipped with an anti-icing system to allow operation in extremely cold climates. The EC-155 is also equipped with a digital 4-axis autopilot system, integrated with the engine FADEC for comprehensive protection, and is provided with a health and usage monitoring system. 18. Weston AW139. The Augusta Westland AW139, now known as the Leonardo AW139, is a medium-sized twin-engine, 15-seat helicopter developed and produced by the Italian helicopter manufacturer Augusta Westland, now part of Leonardo. The AW139 was jointly designed by the Italian helicopter manufacturer Augusta and the American company Bell Helicopters. It was initially marketed as the Augusta Bell AB139, but was renamed the AW139 after Bell withdrew from the project. In 2011, Augusta Westland unveiled a military-configured variant, the AW139M. It was promoted in the U.S. market, including for the U.S. Air Force's Common Vertical Lift Support Program. The AW139M is equipped with high-definition forward-looking infrared, FLIR, a self-defense system, heavy-duty landing gear, and has low thermal and acoustic signatures. A significant proportion of its components are sourced from U.S. manufacturers. Optional features include an external store system accommodating various weapons, armored seats, self-sealing fuel tanks, and a full ice protection system for all-weather operations. The AW139 is a versatile twin-engine helicopter. It features a fully articulated 5-blade main rotor with a titanium hub and composite blades, and a 4-blade articulated tail rotor. The helicopter is equipped with retractable tricycle landing gear, with the two rear wheels retracting into external floats that also house emergency equipment. The AW139 is powered by two Pratt & Whitney Canada PT6C turboshaft engines controlled by a full-authority digital engine control system. The FADEC system seamlessly adjusts the engines for pilot convenience and passenger comfort, and it can automatically manage the failure of one engine without significant deviation. The AW139 cockpit is based on the modular Honeywell Primus Epic avionics system, featuring a 4 LCD screen glass cockpit. While optional on the early models, most aircraft include a 4-axis autopilot system, allowing for a higher level of automation and safety and enabling advanced functions such as auto-hover. A specialized military variant, the AW139M, was launched with the Italian Air Force as the launch customer. Designated as the HH139A in Italian service, this helicopter is primarily tasked with combat search and rescue missions. The Italian Coast Guard has placed multiple orders for the AW139 throughout the 2010s, ordering 12 helicopters by mid-2016. 17. Sikorsky S-76. The Sikorsky S-76 is a medium-utility commercial helicopter designed and produced by the American manufacturer Sikorsky Aircraft. It is the company's first helicopter developed specifically for the civilian market. The S-76 was developed in the mid-1970s, initially known as the S-74 but was renamed to honor the United States bicentennial. On March 13, 1977, the prototype made its first flight. The initial production variant was the S-76A, with the first deliveries taking place on February 27, 1979. Several improved models have been produced over time, including the S-76 Mk2 launched in 1982 and the S-76B in 1987. The development of the S-76D encountered significant difficulties, being delayed by 4 years due to flight path issues. It was finally certified for operation on October 12, 2012. With a gross weight of 11,700 pounds and a large fuel capacity, the S-76 helicopter can operate efficiently on long journeys. Equipped with powerful turbo-Mecha Aerial 2S2 engines, each producing 922 shop, this helicopter can fly at a maximum speed of 155 knots. The main rotor has a diameter of 44 feet 0 inches, giving the Sikorsky S-76 stability and flexibility in all weather conditions. With a range of up to 411 nautical miles and a service ceiling of up to 13,800 feet, the S-76 allows for safe and convenient passenger transport on long journeys. With its sophisticated design, impressive performance, and flexible operation capabilities, the Sikorsky S-76 helicopter is not only a perfect means of passenger transport but also a symbol of comfort and safety in the aviation industry. 16. Bell 525 Relentless. The Bell 525 Relentless is a medium-lift helicopter developed by Bell Textron in the United States. The Bell 525 was unveiled at the 2012 Heli Expo in Dallas, Texas, in February 2012. The helicopter made its first flight on July 1, 2015. It is designed to carry up to 19 passengers. The first commercial flight of the Bell 525 was planned for late 2014. However, as of 2016, no launch customers had flown the aircraft. After a 6-month delay, the Bell 525 prototype flew for the first time in July 2015. At that time, Bell predicted certification would be granted by the end of 2017. The FAA proposed special regulations in May 2016 to accommodate the fly-by-wire technology. Bell developed the Bell 525 for military customers in roles such as transporting 20 people or performing search and rescue missions. The company also proposed the Bell 360 Invictus military helicopter, which utilizes a scaled-down rotor, fly-by-wire, and control systems from the Bell 525 for the U.S. Army's Future Attack Reconnaissance Aircraft program. The Bell 525 is designed to meet the demand for a medium-lift helicopter. It is primarily constructed from composites and metals, and is the first commercial helicopter to integrate a fly-by-wire control system with tactile cues. This system is triple redundant and was developed in 2 simulated environments. The 525 uses a pair of GECT-7-2 F1 turboshaft engines and features a 5-blade main rotor system. The price of the 525 has not been finalized but is expected to be in the range of 50 to 400 nautical miles, similar to models like the Augusta Westland AW139 and the Sikorsky S-92. The Bell 525 is designed to fit the super-medium category for offshore oil operations. Half of its customers come from this segment. Helicopters being developed in the same segment include the Airbus helicopters H175 and Augusta Westland AW189. The 525 is certified in the Category A takeoff classification, with a maximum takeoff weight. In this category, the aircraft is required to be able to take off or land in the event that one of the 2 turbine engines stops working for any reason. It should be able to carry up to 19 passengers, larger than the medium helicopters that were previously developed. It is designed to include seating for 2 pilots and 16 passengers in the standard version and 20 passengers in the high-capacity version. 15. Eurocopter AS-332 Super Puma. The Airbus Helicopters H215 is a medium utility helicopter with 4 blades and 2 engines, initially developed and manufactured by the French aerospace company Aerospatiale. It was later produced by its successor companies, Eurocopter and Airbus Helicopters. The Super Puma is an upgraded and larger version of the original Aerospatiale SA-330 Puma. The development of the Super Puma was carried out in the 1970s, based on the successful SA-330 Puma. While maintaining a similar layout, the fuselage was redesigned to increase damage tolerance and crashworthiness, with more extensive use of composite materials. Additionally, a pair of more powerful Turbo-Mika-Makila turboshaft engines were adopted, along with a more streamlined nose, among other changes. On September 5, 1977, the pre-production prototype SA-331 made its first flight. The first actual Super Puma made its maiden flight about a year later. By 1980, the Super Puma had replaced the SA-330 Puma as Aerospatiale's primary utility helicopter. The Eurocopter AS-332 Super Puma, now known as the Airbus helicopters H215, is based on the smaller multi-role helicopter Aerospatiale SA-330 Puma. It was developed and put into service in the late 1960s, with the Super Puma introduced a decade later. This French helicopter is equipped with a pair of 1,376 kilowatts Turbo-Mika-Makila 1A1 engines and features a 4-blade main rotor and a 5-blade tail rotor. Compared to its predecessor, the Super Puma is also better prepared for hazardous situations thanks to improved fuel tank protection and more durable rotor blades. The helicopter's control system is equipped with an advanced autopilot system, GPS, or collision warning system. Additionally, the cockpit equipment is compatible with night vision goggles. The AS-332 Super Puma has been deployed in several military missions. Among the most significant are operations in Afghanistan, where it played a support role for coalition units. This helicopter is also used for non-military purposes, and thus can be found in the service of civilian operators, police, and other security forces in Germany, Serbia, Japan, and other countries. In NATO military forces, the Super Puma is being used in various versions by France, Greece, and Spain. However, it can also be found in the air forces of Mali, Saudi Arabia, Switzerland, Brazil, and Indonesia. More than 1,000 Super Puma helicopters have been produced, and this type is used in 56 countries worldwide. The Augusta Westland AW101 is a medium-lift helicopter used in both military and civilian applications. First flown in 1987, it was developed by a joint venture between Westland Helicopters in the UK and Augusta in Italy to meet national requirements for a modern naval utility helicopter. Several operators, including the armed forces of the UK, Denmark, and Portugal, use the name Merlin for their AW101 aircraft. It is manufactured at plants in Yeovil, England, and Vergiate, Italy. Licensed assembly work has also taken place in Japan and the United States. The AW101 Merlin follows a conventional design but incorporates advanced technologies, such as rotor design, avionics systems, and extensive use of composite materials. The airframe structure is modular and includes aluminum-lithium alloys, designed to be both lightweight and damage-resistant. The AW101 is designed to operate in harsh weather conditions. It is equipped with an anti-icing system and is rated to operate in temperatures from -45 to +50 degrees Celsius. The helicopter's control system allows the AW101 to maintain a stable hover in crosswinds of up to 74 km per hour. On December 15, 2009, plans were announced to transfer the RAF's Merlin HC-3 and HC-3A helicopters to the Royal Navy's Commando Helicopter Force to replace the retiring Sea King HC-4 helicopters. The Sea King was scheduled to retire in 2016, prompting the Navy to operate a combination of both Wildcat and Merlin helicopters. 846 NAS was reformed with the RAF's former Merlin HC-3 helicopters on September 30, 2014. 845 NAS followed on July 9, 2015. On May 25, 2018, the first of 25 converted Commando Merlin Mk4/4A helicopters for the Royal Marines was delivered to the Royal Navy Air Station Yeovilton. In July 2020, the Merlin HM2 and HC4/4A helicopters were planned to remain in service until 2029 and 2030. On June 11, 2021, it was confirmed that their out-of-service dates had been extended to 2040. By the end of 2022, all HC helicopters were upgraded to the HC4/4A Commando Merlin standard. The Industries NH90 is a versatile twin-engine, medium-sized military helicopter from Europe. It is the first production helicopter to feature a fully fly-by-wire flight control system. The tactical transport helicopter version is designed for high maneuverability and survivability to meet the demands of various battlefield missions. It is optimized for roles including tactical transport, special operations, search and rescue, medical evacuation, anti-terrorism, command and control, paratrooping, VIP transport, and disaster relief. The NH90 is equipped with an all-glass cockpit and advanced fly-by-wire flight control system. An integrated modern communications and navigation suite, along with mission systems and data fusion, enhance data analysis speed and accuracy while reducing pilot workload. Safety and survivability are built into the NH90. The TTH version has low acoustic, radar and infrared signatures and is equipped with night vision capabilities, including forward-looking infrared, night vision goggles, and helmet-mounted displays. Other features include weather radar, digital maps, an obstacle warning system, armored pilot seats, defensive aids, and countermeasures. The NH90's spacious, unobstructed cabin provides maximum flexibility for operators. It has sliding doors and can be configured for various applications. Optionally, the TTH can be equipped with a rear ramp to accommodate light vehicles and provide easy access for troops, personnel, and casualties. The NH90 is designed for deployment anywhere in the world. It can be transported by aircraft with foldable rotors and tail and can operate in known continuous icing conditions. With amphibious capabilities, a 5-hour flight endurance, and NATO interoperability, this helicopter allows for free operation in the most demanding environments. 12. Boeing CH-47D/F Chinook. The Boeing CH-47 Chinook is a twin-rotor helicopter initially developed by the American helicopter company Vertol and is now produced by Boeing Defense, Space and Security. The Chinook is a heavy-lift helicopter, among the heaviest Western helicopters. Its name, Chinook, comes from the Native American Chinook people of Oregon and Washington state. The Chinook was initially designed by Vertol, which began work in 1957 on a new twin-rotor helicopter, known as the Vertol Model 107 or V107. At the same time, the U.S. Army announced its intention to replace the piston-engine-powered Sikorsky CH-37 Mojave helicopter with a new gas turbine-powered helicopter. In June 1958, the U.S. Army ordered a small number of V107s from Vertol under the designation YHC-1A. After testing, some Army officials felt it was too heavy for assault missions and too light for transport purposes. While the YHC-1A would be refined and adopted by the U.S. Marine Corps as the CH-46C Knight, the Army sought a heavier transport helicopter and ordered an enlarged version of the V107, designated by Vertol as Model 114. Initially designated as YCH-1B, the pre-production helicopter made its first flight on September 21, 1961. In 1962, the HC-1B was redesignated as CH-47A under the 1962 United States Tri-Service Aircraft Designation System. The Chinook features multiple means for loading various types of cargo, including multiple doors on the fuselage, a wide loading ramp at the rear of the fuselage, and a total of 3 external belly cargo hooks for carrying underslung loads. Capable of reaching a maximum speed of 170 knots, when it entered service in 1962, this helicopter was significantly faster than contemporary utility and attack helicopters of the 1960s, and it remains one of the fastest helicopters in the U.S. inventory. Improved and more powerful versions of the Chinook have been developed since its introduction. One of the most significant variants produced is the CH-47D, which first entered service in 1982. Upgrades from the CH-47C standard included upgraded engines, composite rotor blades, a redesigned cockpit to reduce workload, improved electrical and avionics systems with redundancy, and the adoption of advanced flight control systems. It remains one of the few aircraft developed in the early 1960s, along with the Lockheed C-130 Hercules fixed-wing transport aircraft, that is still in production and frontline service over 60 years later. The military version of the helicopter has been exported to countries around the world. The U.S. Army and the Royal Air Force are the 2 largest operators. The civilian version of the Chinook is the Boeing Vertol 234. It has been used by civilian operators not only for passenger and cargo transport but also for aerial firefighting and support in logging, construction, and oil extraction industries.
11. Kaman 2G Super Seasprite.
The Kaman SH-2G Super Seasprite is an American ship-based helicopter capable of anti-submarine warfare and surface threat targeting, including over-the-horizon targeting. This aircraft extends and enhances the ship's sensor and weapon capabilities against various enemy threats, including submarines, surface ships, and patrol boats that may be armed with anti-ship missiles. Originally developed for the United States Navy in the 1980s, it is an improved and updated version of the older Kaman SH-2 Seasprite, which had been in service since the 1960s with various versions. The SH-2G is a development of the SH-2F, an important ASW aircraft for naval ships that could not accommodate a larger helicopter. The SH-2G entered service in the 1980s and served in the U.S. Navy until 2001. It continues to serve in several other naval forces into the 21st century and remains active in some countries. The primary missions of the SH-2G include anti-submarine and anti-surface warfare, anti-ship missile defense, surveillance, and targeting. Secondary missions can include medical evacuation, search and rescue, personnel and cargo transfer, small boat interdiction, support for amphibious assault operations, fire spotting, mine detection, and damage assessment in combat. In 1985, the SH-2G program was initiated. The U.S. Navy sought improved anti-submarine capabilities and found upgrading existing helicopters to be a cost-effective approach. The older Knox-class frigates and the earliest short-hull Perry-class frigates using the SH-2F could not use the larger SH-60B Seahawk. The YSH-2G prototype first flew on April 2, 1985. The prototype was a modified SH-2F equipped with two more powerful General Electric T700 GE 401/401C engines. The G model featured a reinforced upper fuselage to support the new heavier engines. The SH-2G also had multifunction displays and new avionics. The Navy began receiving airborne mine countermeasures hardware with the Kaman Magic Lantern laser mine detection system in December 1996. The U.S. Navy's final production order for the SH-2F was in the fiscal year 1986, with the last 6 orders converted to the SH-2G variant. The USN SH-2G became operational in 1993.
10.
Airbus Helicopters H225. The Airbus Helicopters H225 is a long-range passenger transport helicopter developed by Eurocopter as the next generation of the civilian Super Puma helicopter series. It is a twin-engine aircraft capable of carrying up to 24 passengers along with 2 crew members and 1 flight attendant, depending on the customer's configuration. It is marketed and used for offshore support missions, VIP passenger transport, and public service missions. The civilian-oriented EC-225 has a military counterpart initially designated as the Eurocopter EC-725. In 2015, the EC-225 was officially renamed H225, in line with the Eurocopter Group rebranding to Airbus Helicopters. Eurocopter began developing the EC-225 in June 1998, and the prototype version made its first test flight on November 27, 2000. It received safety certification from the European Aviation Safety Agency in June 2004. The EC-225 is designed based on the Eurocopter AS-332 Super Puma with several improvements, including a 5-blade main rotor to reduce vibration. The helicopter is equipped with 2 Turbo-Mika Makila 2A1 turbine engines connected through the cabin. The aircraft has superior features in its electronic control system and anti-icing system by controlled engine heating when operating in cold to very cold climatic zones. Another improvement of the EC-225 is the installation of a modern control panel in the cockpit with integrated liquid crystal displays. Eurocopter designed 4 pre-configured system configurations for the EC-225. The passenger transport version is arranged with 19 passenger seats and can be configured with high density to increase the number of passengers up to 24. The VIP passenger transport version has a compartment with 8 seats to expand the area for spaciousness. The emergency medical version has a structure including 6 stretcher positions and 4 seats for medical staff. Finally, the search and rescue version has a configuration allowing for rescue equipment placement, including 1 seat for rescue personnel observation, 8 seats for staff or rescue victims, and 6 stretchers in the storage compartment. Algeria became the first country to use the EC-225 when the Algerian Minister of Aviation Communications received the first EC-225 in December 2004 for VIP passenger transport. 9. Bell AH-1Z Viper. The AH-1Z Viper is the only attack helicopter designed specifically for the U.S. Marine Corps. The AH-1Z development program is based on the AH-1W and officially entered U.S. military service in 2012. The AH-1Z Viper is 17.8 m long, 4.37 m high, has a rotor disk area of 168 square meters, and a rotor diameter of 14.6 m. The empty weight of a helicopter is 5.58 tons, with a maximum takeoff weight of 8.39 tons. The weapon system on the AH-1Z Viper remains largely unchanged from the AH-1W, with a 20mm M197 3-barrel automatic cannon and 750 rounds of ammunition. The operational range of the AH-1Z Viper helicopter is 425 kilometers, or up to 715 kilometers when carrying additional fuel tanks. Standard equipment for the AH-1Z includes a 20mm cannon, 8 AGM-114 Hellfire air-to-ground missiles, 2 AIM-9X air-to-air missiles, and 2 rocket pods. An AH-1Z Viper helicopter crew consists of 2 people, a main pilot and a gunner who controls the machine gun and other weapons. The helicopter's cockpit is equipped with modern digital display systems. The Smart Helmet Display System allows pilots to easily control the weapon systems to attack targets. The flight performance of the AH-1Z Viper has been significantly improved through the use of a 4-blade main rotor. Additionally, the AH-1Z Viper is equipped with 2 powerful General Electric T700 GE401C engines, enabling this helicopter to carry over 2 tons of weapons and military equipment. Thanks to these new engines, the helicopter can easily reach a maximum speed of 337 km per hour and achieve a ceiling of 6.1 km. In addition to improving firepower, electronic systems, and maneuverability, the AH-1Z Viper has enhanced battlefield survivability due to a specially designed engine exhaust system that neutralizes infrared guidance from air-to-air or surface-to-air missiles. 8.
Sikorsky MH-60 Seahawk.
The Indian Navy commissioned its first squadron of the newly inducted MH-60 Seahawk multi-role helicopters on March 6 at INS Garuda, Kochi. The Seahawk is a maritime variant of the more famous Blackhawk helicopter. According to the Navy, the induction marks a significant milestone in India's defense modernization journey. The MH-60R's advanced digital sensors include a multi-mode radar, electronic support measure system, electro-optical or infrared camera, data link, aircraft survivability system, dipping sonar, and sonobuoys. Lockheed Martin claims that Romeo's fully integrated mission system processes data collected by the sensors to build a complete situational picture of both the surface and subsurface of the ocean. With the actionable knowledge this provides, the MH-60 can track, target, and destroy ships or submarines. Seahawks are also designed for search and rescue missions, medical evacuation, command and control, and vertical replenishment. The MH-60R's weaponry includes torpedoes, air-to-surface missiles, rockets, and crew-served guns. Hellfire air-to-surface missiles and Mark 54 anti-submarine torpedoes are some of the specific weapons these helicopters are equipped with. The MH-60R aircraft for the Indian Navy have dedicated equipment to meet Indian requirements and are said to have undergone customization, including friend or foe identification transponder units from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Lockheed Martin is also collaborating with Bharat Electronics Limited to integrate such equipment. Moreover, according to Janes, a Defense Weekly and portal, the Indian Navy Seahawk aircraft are also equipped with a mission sensor suite, including the APS-153 multi-mode radar. This radar's periscope detection modes assist the helicopter in its submarine hunting role. According to Lockheed Martin, the global MH-60R helicopter fleet achieved 1 million flight hours in early 2023. This helicopter type is operational in the US Navy, Royal Danish Navy, Royal Australian Navy, and Royal Saudi Naval Forces, with over 330 units delivered to date.
7. Kaman Mi 35M.
The Mi-35M is a multi-role attack helicopter improved from the Mi-24V. The Mi-35M was developed by the MIL Moscow helicopter plant and has been manufactured at Rostvertal since 2005. The Mi-35M helicopter is equipped with both guided and unguided weapons, capable of operating in harsh weather conditions. The Mi-35M can fly as low as 10-25 m during the day and about 50 m at night. This helicopter is equipped with an advanced navigation system with multifunction color displays and a target acquisition system including thermal imaging and laser search and location systems. The Mi-35M uses the latest VK2500 engine manufactured by Klimov. The new design of the Mi-35 makes this helicopter less noisy and more combat effective. Additionally, the Mi-35M can carry 8 soldiers along with equipment in its transport compartment. When used for transportation, the Mi-35 helicopter can carry a payload of about 1.5 tons and can be fitted with an external rack system to increase the total transportable cargo to a maximum of 2.4 tons. Moreover, the Mi-35M helicopter can be used to transport wounded personnel along with medical staff to care for them. The Mi-35M can reach a maximum speed of 310 km per hour and an average speed of 260 km per hour. This helicopter can achieve an average altitude of 150 m and a maximum altitude of 400 m with an operational range of about 460 km. The Mi-35M has proven to be highly effective in combat by leveraging combat experience from previous generations of helicopters and cutting-edge scientific and technological achievements in combat helicopter manufacturing. The Mi-35M is currently used by the military forces of Russia, Venezuela, Brazil, and Azerbaijan. The S-70 aircraft line was developed to meet the U.S. Army's requirement to replace the UH-1 Iroquois utility medium helicopter series in 1972. 3 UH-60A prototypes were built, with the first one flying in October 1974. They were evaluated against the Boeing Vertol UH-61A. The UH-60A was selected for production and entered service as the UH-60A Blackhawk in the U.S. Army in 1979. After entering operation, the helicopter was improved to perform new missions and roles, including mine-laying and medical evacuation. An EH-60 variant was developed for electronic warfare, and the Special Operations Air Force developed the MH-60 variant to support their missions. In the late 1980s, this model was upgraded to the UH-60L, which had more power and lift capacity with an upgrade to the -701C version of the GET-700 engine. The improved UH-60M model was developed in the early 2000s. The UH-60M and its international version, the S-70I, include GPS positioning, glass cockpit, integrated flight management system, and significant upgrades to the transmission and rotor systems, adding both power and lift capacity. The S-70 can perform various missions, including air cavalry, electronic warfare, and air medical evacuation. Versions are used to transport the U.S. President under the call sign a Marine 1. In air assault operations, it can move a squad of 11 combat troops and equipment or carry the M102 105mm howitzer, 30 rounds of ammunition, and a 6-person crew. Additionally, it can carry 2,600 pounds of cargo or a sling load of 9,000 pounds of cargo. The S-70 is equipped with advanced electronics and avionics systems, such as the Global Positioning System. The U.S. Navy received its first SH-60B Seahawk helicopter in 1983 and the SH-60F Ocean Hawk helicopter in 1988. The HH-60G Pave Hawk is a highly modified version of the S-70, equipped with a rescue hoist with a 250-foot cable capable of lifting 600 pounds and a retractable in-flight refueling probe. The U.S. Coast Guard received the HH-60J Jayhawk in 1992. It uses equipment from the HH-60G Pave Hawk on the naval SH-60 platform. The Maple Hawk was a variant offered by Sikorsky to the Canadian Armed Forces in the 1996 tender to replace the military search and rescue helicopters. 5. Eurocopter Tiger. The Eurocopter Tiger helicopter is a product of collaboration between 3 companies, Daimler Chrysler, Matra, and CASA. The EC-665 is a twin-engine multi-role attack helicopter designed by the Eurocopter joint venture from the late 1990s. The Eurocopter Tiger made its first test flight in April 1991 and was officially commissioned for Western European Air Forces from 2003. The Eurocopter Tiger is the first European helicopter made entirely of composite materials. It incorporates many advanced features such as a glass cockpit, stealth technology, and high agility, allowing for increased battlefield survivability. Classified as a medium-class helicopter, the Tiger can carry a maximum weapons load of 1,860 kilograms mounted on 4 hardpoints or under the wings. On top of the 4-blade rotor, the aircraft is equipped with a millimeter-wave radar system to scan ground targets, similar to the AH-64D and Mi-28N helicopters. The Tiger's rotor blades are also made of fiberglass, making them highly resistant to impacts and the effects of electromagnetic weapons. The EC-665 Tiger is equipped with comprehensive electronic warfare and defense systems, radar warning sensors, laser warning sensors, a chaff and flare system, global positioning system, and other auxiliary systems. The helicopter is powered by 2 MTU Turbo-Mika Rolls-Royce MTR 390 turboshaft engines, each producing 1,303 horsepower. It has a maximum speed of 290 km per hour, a service ceiling of 4,000 m, and a rate of climb of 10.7 meters per second. The Eurocopter Tiger's operational range is up to 800 kilometers, with a maximum range of 1,300 kilometers using external fuel tanks. The EC-665 Tiger can operate continuously for 3 hours and 25 minutes. The hardpoints on both sides of the helicopter's wings can carry 8 HOT-2/3 or AGM-114 Hellfire anti-tank missiles, Trigat LR, weapon systems capable of destroying ground targets at ranges of 5 to 8 kilometers, for Stinger short-range air-to-air missiles or 2 Mistral missiles, and 70mm unguided rockets. Additionally, there is a GIT 30-30mm cannon turret at the nose of the aircraft. The Eurocopter Tiger's agility is highly rated, and this helicopter has good resistance against 12.7mm and 14.5mm anti-aircraft machine gun rounds, as well as 23mm anti-aircraft cannon shells. 4.
Denel Rooivalk.
Denel Rooivalk is an attack helicopter produced by Denel Aviation of South Africa. Rooivalk is Afrikaans for a red falcon, referring to a small falcon species. The development of the Rooivalk was prolonged due to limited budget impacts in the 1990s and the desire to produce an advanced attack helicopter. The South African Air Force ordered 12 Rooivalks, called Rooivalk Mk1 in SAF service, the first of which was officially delivered in April 2011. These helicopters are operated by Squadron 16, based at Air Force Base Bloemsprut near Bloemfontein. Rooivalk carries various weapons depending on the mission. It is typically equipped with a 20mm cannon mounted on the nose and can also carry air-to-air missiles, anti-tank missiles, and unguided rockets. Rooivalk has a fire control system for target acquisition and tracking as well as an advanced navigation system using Doppler radar and GPS. It also integrates an electronic countermeasures suite combined with a chaff and flare dispenser. Rooivalk has a gyro-stabilized sensor turret mounted on the nose with auto-tracking functionality. It uses the Thales Top Owl helmet-mounted display system, developed by Société de Fabrication d'Instruments de Mesure in 1999/2000. Notable features include tandem cockpits, a right-side tail rotor with a left-side tailplane, fixed-wheeled landing gear, as well as wire cutters above and below the cockpit and on the landing gear. Rooivalk is capable of performing a loop and thus flying inverted momentarily. The following mission types are envisioned for Rooivalk: reconnaissance, helicopter escort, close air support, deep penetration, and anti-armor. On April 1, 2011, SAF received the first 5 of 11 upgraded Block 1F Rooivalks. The upgrade included improvements to the targeting system and other avionics, allowing the helicopter to use guided missiles for the first time. The Makopa ATGM was certified as part of the upgrade process. Gearbox components were improved and cooling issues with the F2 20mm cannon were also addressed. The 9th and 10th Rooivalk attack helicopters were delivered in September 2012 after being upgraded to the initial operational standard Block 1F. The 11th and final Rooivalk was delivered on March 13, 2013. 3. Boeing AH-64 Apache. The Boeing AH-64 Apache is an American twin-turboshaft attack helicopter with a tailwheel-type landing gear arrangement and a tandem cockpit for a crew of 2. Nose-mounted sensors assist in target acquisition and night vision capabilities. It carries a 30mm M230 chain gun under the aircraft's forward fuselage and 4 hardpoints mounted on stub-wing pylons for carrying armament and ammunition, typically AGM-114 Hellfire missiles and Hydra 70 rocket pods. Redundant systems help it survive combat damage. The Apache began as the Model 77 developed by Hughes Helicopters for the United States Army's Advanced Attack Helicopter Program to replace the AH-1 Cobra. The prototype YH-64 flew for the first time on September 30, 1975. The U.S. Army selected the YH-64 over the Bell YH-63 in 1976 and later approved full production in 1982. After acquiring Hughes Helicopters in 1984, McDonnell Douglas continued AH-64 production and development. The helicopter entered service with the U.S. Army in April 1986. The advanced AH-64D Apache Longbow was delivered to the Army in March 1997. Production has been continued by Boeing Defense, Space, and Security. As of March 2024, more than 5,000 Apaches have been delivered to the U.S. Army and 18 international partners and allies. The AH-64 is designed to operate in frontline environments, functioning both day and night and in adverse weather conditions. Numerous sensors and avionics on board allow the Apache to operate in these conditions. Such systems include the Target Acquisition and Designation System, Pilot Night Vision System, Passive Infrared Countermeasures, GPS, and EHADS. Longbow-equipped Apaches can locate up to 256 targets simultaneously within 31 miles. In August 2012, 24 U.S. Army AH-64D helicopters were equipped with a ground fire acquisition system, which detects and targets ground-based weapon fire sources in full light conditions and with a 120 degrees field of view. GFAS consists of 2 sensor clusters working with other AH-64 sensors and a thermographic camera that precisely identifies muzzle flashes. 2. CH-53K King Stallion. The Sikorsky CH-53K King Stallion is a heavy-lift transport helicopter being developed by Sikorsky Aircraft, a subsidiary of Lockheed Martin. It is used by the United States Marine Corps. The aircraft has 2 propeller engines, one large and one small, each producing 7,500 shop, with rotors made of new composite materials and a larger cockpit compared to previous CH-53 variants. It will be the largest and heaviest helicopter in the U.S. military. The USMC plans to purchase 200 units for a total of $25 billion. Ground testing began in April 2014. The first flight test was conducted on October 27, 2015. Compared to the previous generation, the CH-53K version is equipped with a larger cockpit, new generation composite material rotors, and 3 7,500 horsepower engines. The CH-53K's cockpit has also been redesigned with special glass and a fly-by-wire control system. The CH-53K is 30.2 m long, 8.46 m high, with a cabin length of 9.14 m and width of 1.98 m. The cabin size is 15% larger than the CH-53E variant. The transport capacity of the CH-53K helicopter is up to 15.9 tons, making it the largest transport helicopter in the U.S. military today. This helicopter is designed with 3 GE38-1B turboshaft engines, each producing 7,500 horsepower, along with a 7-blade main rotor, giving it a cruising speed of 315 km per hour, a combat radius of 204 km, a service ceiling of 4.38 km, and a climb rate of 13 meters per second. The aircraft crew consists of 5 people, and the cabin can accommodate 37 troops. The first YCH-53E flew in 1974. After successful testing, the initial production contract was awarded in 1978, and it entered service in February 1981. The U.S. Navy purchased a small number of CH-53ES for ship-based supply. The Marines and Navy purchased a total of 177 units. For the airborne mine countermeasures role, the Navy purchased a CH-53E variant, designated as the MH-53 EC Dragon, with auxiliary floats and larger fuel tanks to hold more fuel in the 1980s. 1. Bell Boeing V-22 Osprey. The Bell Boeing V-22 Osprey is a multi-mission American military tiltrotor aircraft with both vertical takeoff and landing and short takeoff and landing capabilities. It is designed to combine the functionality of a conventional helicopter with the high-speed cruise performance and long range of a turboprop aircraft. The V-22 is operated by the United States and Japan, and it's not just a new aircraft design but a new type of aircraft introduced in the 2000s, a tiltrotor compared to fixed-wing and helicopter designs. The V-22 first flew in 1988 and after a long development period, entered service in 2007. The design essentially combines the vertical takeoff capability of a helicopter, but with the operational range of a fixed-wing aircraft. The U.S. Naval Air Systems Command has been working to upgrade software to increase maximum speed from 250 to 270 knots, raise the helicopter mode altitude limit from 10,000 to 12,000 or 14,000 feet, and improve lift performance. By 2012, there had been changes to hardware, software, and procedures to address hydraulic fires in the nacelle, vortex ring state control issues, and tailwinds during landing. Reliability has been improved accordingly. The failure of Operation Eagle Claw in 1980 during the Iran hostage crisis emphasized that there were military roles for which neither conventional helicopters nor fixed-wing transport aircraft were suitable. The U.S. Department of Defense initiated a program to develop an advanced transport aircraft with vertical takeoff capability, high speed, and long range, and the Joint Service Vertical Takeoff/Landing Experimental Program officially began in 1981. A partnership between Bell Helicopter and Boeing Helicopters was awarded the development contract in 1983 for the V-22 tiltrotor aircraft. The Bell-Boeing team jointly produces the aircraft, which first flew in 1989 and began flight testing and design changes. The complexity and difficulty of being the first tiltrotor aircraft to serve in the military led to many years of development. So we have together reviewed the 20 most expensive super helicopters on the planet. From cutting-edge military helicopters to transport vehicles for the super-rich, each has its own story and plays an important role in its field. The question is, what are the limits of helicopter technology? Will we see even more expensive and impressive helicopter models in the future? Please share your opinion in the comments section below. Which helicopter do you like best? And if given the chance, which one would you like to experience? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next exciting videos. Thank you for watching until the very end. See you in the next video.